And now, it's time to go in the garage with Bodie Stroud.
Hey everyone, welcome to In the Garage with Bodie Stroud. Make sure you listen to us every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on crntalk.com. Watch us live from BS Industries. We're here right now live on tplive.com, and you can see everything that we're doing. Rushing in here, drinking our coffee, making jokes. You get to see.
You got coffee?
Yes, all over me. I spilled it. And it was really, really hot, and it sucked. But hi, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, we're late.
It's all right. We're running late, too.
Okay. I'm even, like, super loud in my ear.
Are you?
There. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Sorry.
Gosh, sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to In the Garage. Oh, yeah, just running around like crazy. Seems like we get busier and busier, which is a good thing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just had to look at his face to see if it was sarcastic.
No, it is a good thing.
It is a good thing. We got a lot of good things going on. So
What's going on?
just a lot of good things. Yeah. It's all good. Just the truck is getting just phenomenal press right now, and we've stirred up a lot of interest in our truck program. We've actually, it looks like we've already sold 2. So
Wow.
yeah. So
That's great.
now Mitchell's just got to build them.
No pressure.
I told him 3 months. We'll have them ready. Both of them.
You ready for that?
Yeah, I brought my cot in.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he's going to live here.
He's going to live
Nice.
here.
Sorry, Renee.
Yeah.
You guys going to have a sleepover?
She'll have visiting hours. Wait. Visiting minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Long enough
Yeah.
to bring me dinner and
Yeah, exactly.
say goodbye.
That's worse than jail.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah.
But you're
it's
doing
good.
what you love, so technically not really.
Well, yeah. There comes a point, though, where you got to live. You know what I mean? Outside this place.
Yeah.
You know, we do this because we love it, but, you know, it's a job at the end of the day, and we do got to go home and go. You know, my life seems to be getting crazier and crazier and crazier to where I'm getting less and less and less free time and time at home. And, you know, this morning I've already made like 3 or 4 stops, been going 100 miles an hour, you know, phone calls, this, that, emails. It's good, though. I'm not complaining. Just could use a little me time. It's crazy because I search for solitude now, like just perfect like silence, and when I get it, I'm so happy. I was just so happy.
I was giving you your silence right now.
Thank you. I was so happy right there. You have no idea what that just did for me. Just refueled my tanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
For every second of silence, it's like your fuel gauge going up and up. You know what I mean? It's like draining a battery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I get silence, my battery goes up and charges.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So what do we got going on today?
We have a guest.
Oh yeah. Who?
We have John Kelsey from Kelsey Tires
Oh, cool.
coming in. Check them out, www.kelseytire.com, and check out all the cool things that they got going on over there.
Gotcha. All right.
Products,
Cool.
tires, you
Yeah,
name
we
it.
got a lot going on, a lot to talk about today too. It looks like so. Yeah, we'll see what he's got going, and then move on to some other stuff. Looks like Fast and the Furious is doing really well at the box office right now. Crazy, huh?
We'll talk about it. I'm so excited.
So crazy that
Look
she
at
needs
this.
more
We
time.
have to talk about it.
Oh man! All right. Well, looks like we got to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to In the Garage. Oh, there we go. Got my little timer I can watch. I'm lost without my timer.
Got it up for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So crazy. I know you're just dying to talk about Fast and Furious.
I haven't even watched it yet, but I'm going to see it tonight. I have a nice little date planned, so
Wow.
I will let you know all about it next Wednesday,
Okay.
because I can't wait to see Paul Walker.
Okay.
I might cry a little.
Okay.
I might smile, like, really
Okay.
big,
All right.
but I'll be crying.
Okay.
Paul Walker.
All right.
Yes.
Maybe we should give you some quiet time. Oh, man. So why don't we welcome our guest? Is he here, or are we still waiting for John? Okay, cool. Well, then great. You can talk about Fast 7.
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And
Jeez, oh. I don't think I've seen them all.
no?
Nah.
I think the first one is the best one, obviously, because the first is always the best.
They seem to be getting bigger and bigger. I mean, I've heard they've turned this thing into like a $1 billion, like a $2.4 billion franchise, which they expect it to continue to break records.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. That's a lot of money.
I'll be there. And then that's more money for them. I hope it goes into like a Paul Walker fund or something.
Hopefully it goes to his daughter. I'm sure she's not going to be hurting.
I'm
Right?
sure she'll be quite comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's he was involved in my personal life, Paul, and family friend, and so it was, you know, when we heard the news, it was like kind of devastating, you know, because my brother-in-law was like really good friends with him. We went to high school together and this and that, and then I'm really good friends with his uncle Rhett, and who I just spent some time with a couple weeks ago, and you know, naturally the family is just devastated.
Yeah.
So
How are they taking it with the movie coming out and all the press it's been getting? And
it's probably making it harder,
yeah, I'm sure.
you know, because I see it all over and it's like, wow, well, okay. You know, sometimes I feel, are they using it for leverage to get more people, to make more money?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And would he like that? I don't know. But I guess you can't help it. It is what it is, and he did die, so no matter what you do, kind of like it's kind of like a catch-22, you know, with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, when he passed away, it was a big deal as well. So
Oh, yeah.
now it's just brought all back to light.
Yeah. But, I mean, we knew it was going to happen, you know, because he was filming, you know, around the same time that happened. So, you know, the movie was going to come out. It was going to be brought up again. And, you know, here it is. And instead of seeing it as a bad thing, you know, just enjoy and cherish the memory. Because,
Sure.
you know, I think Paul Walker, and I think Hottie, obviously, but I also think, you know, Fast and the Furious. And he was a good guy. And we
Yeah,
get to
I've
see
heard in
that.
the movie that you can tell he's no longer part of the movie
Yeah.
once it gets to a certain part of the storyline. Yeah.
I'm going to cry.
So you can tell that he's no longer with the movie. But they did an okay job because they kind
Yeah.
of placed his brother here and there, and then they did the CGI with the face, and you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I guess there's a nice tribute at the end to him.
Yeah, and then they have that memorial
Yeah,
tribute that I can't wait to see.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, you know, that's he had a lot of fans. It's
yeah.
amazing.
Even Vin Diesel, I heard, named his daughter after him.
Mhm.
Named her Polly.
Yeah,
That was nice.
yeah. So
And
that is
everybody-
nice.
All the cast is just giving their remembrance of him, and
Yeah, well, they've made a lot of money.
yeah.
They broke a lot of records.
I'm
with
telling
it.
you, I hope it goes to some type of, you know, Paul Walker fund.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, like I said, I talked to Rhett, and we really didn't even talk about Paul. And
No.
I mean, we did a little bit. Well, he's hurt.
I know, I was gonna ask how's he
they were
doing.
really, really close. I mean, they were really close.
Yeah.
Me and Rhett and Paul. I remember Paul when he was super little.
Really?
Yeah, because we'd play volleyball up in Tahunga behind the fire station,
Wow.
and Rhett would always bring Paul. So they were really, really close their whole lives, you
Mhm.
know, or Paul's whole life, and you know, so it's
And he was just one of those like down to earth type of guys.
yeah.
Like,
well,
how was he?
Rhett or Paul?
Paul.
Paul, yeah, he was totally nice guy.
He seems
you know.
like it.
I used to go with him and my brother-in-law and work out at the gym and stuff because my brother-in-law trained him for a while, and yeah, he was just a really nice guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
He seems like it because I watch him on screen and I'm like, I hope he's like that in real life. Because
It
you
was-
know, you hear these stories about actors and
Uh-huh.
behind scenes, it's a different story, but he seemed
Yeah.
like a genuinely down to earth type of guy.
Yeah. It was funny because when I went to start working out with him and my brother-in-law, I started talking to him, and I didn't put two and two together that this was little Paul Rhett's nephew that played volleyball with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I was talking to him, and it took me a while to realize that even this guy was the Fast and the Furious Paul, and then it was Paul Walker. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, okay, I put it all together.
Did you ever tell him, like, hey, that's you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't say anything like that. Yeah, it was just, we were just friends, and we were just working out. And it was, well, yeah, I did. I said, your uncle's Rhett. I said, he's a great friend of mine. I've grown up with Rhett.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it all got tied together. You know what I mean? It's one
Yeah.
of those weird instances where it all gets tied together, and it's kind of like a small world type of deal.
Yeah.
It is a small world, right, Mitchell?
It seems to be getting smaller and smaller.
Right? Sheesh. It's all your fame.
Right.
Fame and fortune.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Rolling in it.
Well, I'll give you a report on that next Wednesday, but for now, we have a guest. We have John Kelsey.
Oh, hey, John. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
How are you?
Well, fine. Is this Bodie?
This is Bodie.
Oh, pleasure to make your acquaintance once again, Bodie.
Yeah, there you are. No, it's been a while, but I remember us talking to you a few years back. How are things? How's everything going over there in the tire world?
Things are just fine.
Very
good.
No
complaints whatsoever.
There you go. So tell me, have you added anything new, or are you just still sticking with all the Goodyear Collector Series stuff?
Everything is relative to Goodyear Collector Series tires.
There you go. All right. Very cool. Well, you guys do just about, you do antique, classic, military series, performance series, radical series. You guys do a lot of stuff. Looks like we got to take a break here real quick, John. So put your thoughts together on answering those questions, and we'll be right back after these words. Welcome back to In the Garage. If you're just joining us, we got John Kelsey of Kelsey Tire. Check them out at kelseytire.com. Looking for an old collector series, Goodyear collector series, check them out. They specialize in antique, classic, military series, performance series, and radical series. Oh, and the latest edition says right here we got the Goodyear Polyglass Blackwall, Goodyear Steel Guard, RWL, and then the Goodyear Eagle GT. Wow. That sounds pretty cool. So, the last time we talked to you, John, was in 2012.
Time flies, doesn't it, Bodie?
Oh my God, it flies. It goes so fast.
Well, we've had some exciting projects take place since then.
Have you?
As a result, one of which, as an example, you've touched on, of course, is one of the latest Polyglass editions. That's the E7015 for that 68 Shelby, the 500 KR ET350s. That completes the package of the early Shelby offerings. And,
wow, there you go.
Yes, and we also have added the 775-15 and the Speedway Blue Streak, the raised white lettering. This is a wonderful tire used on the prototype Stingray tire vehicle development program by Mr. Mitchell put in place, and really sets a car off and does a wonderful job.
Very nice.
The Steel Guard, one of our latest radial editions, and the GR7015, naturally, that's a 73 through 77 Corvette tire. Mm-hmm. Offered both in the raised white letter as well as the white stripe version.
Wow, very cool.
The community of the Eagle's Nest is beginning to build. The chicks are beginning to hatch, if you will. Mm-hmm. And we have begun to offer the 215 6515, popular mid-sized GM muscle car tire for the cars of the earlier 80s, and as well as the 255-60-15 for the 80 through 82 Corvette. That was preceded by, of course, the 255-60-15 and the Flex 10 for the silver anniversary car, as well as being completely dedicated to the 78 Corvette base car.
Wow.
So it's, you might say we've taken a strong look at this, and Goodyear has taken the opportunity to roll out the red carpet with deep pile.
There you go.
And as a result, why new products are being prepared to flow, and it looks like an exciting time coming up here.
That's very cool. What's it entail getting, how do you pick and choose what tire you're going to start bringing back to life and selling? I mean, that's got to be a pretty tough process.
Both tough and somewhat long. It takes about 2.5 years to bring out a tire.
Uh-huh.
But it all involves going back and recapturing authenticity, the remaking of new molds. Green tire development involves the process of naturally making sure that what you're doing, we spend a great deal of time on the detail work involved in the engraving process when it comes to new mold design, to make sure that it is absolutely correct with regards to the original applications. It has to for class judging, of course.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It's a fun process, very intricate, but one that we thoroughly enjoy.
Wow. Yeah, because that's I think about the whole process, and I'm like, wow, that's to bring that back to life in today's day and age, and jump through all the hoops that you must have to jump through. That has to be a pretty long process. That's why I was asking the question there. But hey, John, we got to take a break real quick, so hang with us, and
certainly, Bodie.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to In the Garage. Kelsey Tire. Check them out. KELSEY Tire, TIRE.com. If you're looking for an old classic Goodyear tire, check them out. John Kelsey's with us on the phone right now, and he's been talking about his latest and greatest products and how long it takes to come up with something new. And I know the process, John, because we're trying to always come up with new stuff as well, and sometimes it just doesn't happen quick enough.
Very detail-oriented, isn't it, Bodie?
It is, and you're trying to... I wish we had a lot of the old factory molds. I wish they were still around sometimes so I could just say, oh, look at what I found. This will work great. But unfortunately, it seems like we got to go back to reinventing the wheel, and...
You did ask one question as to what determines what direction we go in. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we go to the left or to the right of original equipment, and one of our more recent developments has been the non-OE L6015 polyglass, and that is a real giant of a tire, very popular in its time with the young drivers for aftermarket applications. And one of the things we like to say around here is concerning, the entire polyglass lineup, let's put it that way. Get in, turn it on, leave abruptly.
There you go.
And we find that it brings a little meaning to the spirit of the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah.
one more item in the new product development phase that we're entering. Like we say also, when it comes to Gatorbacks, keep an eye on us. And you may, we're just doing the Fox Body Mustang tire.
Oh, okay.
That should be ready before too much longer.
There you go.
And we're well into the development process of the C4 Corvette tire.
Oh, wow.
And so it's a whole new generation of product and platforms.
Sure.
Granted, the majority of your platform focus is still in the 60s and the 70s when we're talking muscle cars, all the way from the little 695-14 Blue Streak for the 66 Shelby, the 65 Blue Dot counterpart, and all the way down the line through to the E6015 and we'll say the G6015 combination for your AAR Cudas, the TA counterpart for Chrysler. Many applications, again, many different platforms. It's a literal menu of platforms available for these types of products. And
wow, that's very
this
cool.
is what we find extremely exciting, and hopefully our listeners today are also enthusiasts of the world of muscle cars.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
There's nothing like
Yeah.
it, and there was a mention about Mr. Andretti just a moment ago,
Uh-huh.
and I always liked the phrase that he would use that would say, well, if you feel as though you have your car under control, you're not going fast enough.
Yeah, I love that phrase.
And it certainly brought that back to mind for me anyway. But,
yeah.
now then,
No,
you may have some further specific questions regarding that particular era of vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you wish, we can step back into the late 20s, into the 30s, 40s,
Wow.
50s, if you wish.
Jeez, so.
We just, not too long ago, also introduced the 28 and 29 Model A tire and the Diamond Tread, which was a famous Goodyear pattern for several decades, many different sizes. And this particular tire has applications that go back to 1925, and as well as the first 2 years of the Model A, the last 2 years of the Model T. 616 all-weather deluxe, its counterpart, the 650-16. These were the 35 through 42 original equipment tires. Lovely sculpted sidewalls. Again, strictly designed for judging authenticity. And so it's the beginning of the continuing endeavor of capturing the way it was, if you will.
Sure.
And that's where we spend our time. And I know that, as you have mentioned, and you've involved yourself in all the different details of reconstruction and reproduction and the efforts involved, we both realize the work involved.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work trying to bring back the past, because that's basically what we do. We spend our, 90% of our days bringing back the past, and talking to you and listening to you and talking about all the old tires and bringing back the authenticity of these tires is it's a lot of work. It's
Well, it's very gratifying.
It is. It's very gratifying at the same time because, you know, I'm only 45, but I caught the last of it. You know, the muscle car area, and a lot of the old cars were still around back when I was a kid, and you know, and my grandparents had the big cars and the 57 Chevys, and my dad and all his friends. So I think that's why it was, you know, such a big part of my life, and why I'm so busy trying to bring it back, because I enjoyed my childhood. So, but hey, John, we got to take another break, so hang on. We'll be right back. You're listening to CRN Digital Talk Radio. Welcome back to In the Garage. John Kelsey's with us today from Kelsey Tire. Check them out at kelseytire.com. How's the weather out there in Missouri, John?
Yeah, beautiful Easter, and the weather is holding and continuing. The dogwood are beginning to bloom.
All right, there you go.
As a result, the green tide has moved north, and spring is on its way.
Wow, there you go.
And we're looking forward to it. But,
yeah, it's a beautiful day today. God, I wish it was like this every day. I mean, it is
beautiful. This is the type of
beautiful.
day that we should all go out in our Hemi and go for a drive.
That's for sure.
And one thing I cannot do is turn my wife free with a car to go after a gallon of milk that she pretends that she forgot to purchase at the market. But she has too much fun with it. But,
there you go.
But
oh, that's great.
But when it comes to the world of muscle, over the last few years, Goodyear has basically completed most all of the necessary tire sizes and offerings that were available, and for most of the vehicles that were produced that would fall into that classification. Mm-hmm. Incidentally, unadvertised at this point, but just released is our new 735-15 power cushion for the first generation Z28 Camaro.
Oh, wow.
And so the small audience, but the original equipment tire is, again, now available.
There you go.
So it's another one of those tires that falls into the category, again, like as we tend to say from time to time, smoke them if you got them.
There you go.
And
that's a good term.
We're filled, I guess, around here with those little anachronisms. But the lineup of product is such that for muscle car enthusiasts, should be able to satisfy virtually all of your requirements for original equipment fitments. And
awesome.
I can't help you with the Boss Mustang that you did.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was at SEMA in 11.
Yes.
In there.
Yes.
But lovely job.
We did thank you very much. But we did a factory Boss 429, and we had to, you know, I don't recall where we got the tires. I think the owner had already purchased the tires from somewhere, so he had them already mounted on the wheels and stuff, because we got the car kind of in the middle of the process. So, but it had the Goodyears on it.
Mm-hmm. Quite a project, and
it is, and then like you said, it's important when you're doing a car like that to bring it back to its original state, and it is quite the challenge. You know, we do a lot of radical builds and put a lot of the new technology in these cars and stuff like that, and it's proven to be very challenging. But you know, when we did that Boss Mustang, it was you know, because you want it all 100% original. You know what I mean? And
that's correct. That's correct.
And I think that tends to be more of a challenge.
Probably relate to the fact that another one of those catchphrases, we build excitement.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
That's one of the things that ends up being an end result of what you do. You go back and recreate these products for vehicles that had the capable performance characteristics that, well, still today, I once in a while let my right foot go back and revisit some of my misspent youth. And
I try to do the same thing. That's why I try to build them as fast as possible, because I get to test drive them, and then I get to say, okay, next.
well,
So,
boy, you always remember, it's not the gauges that count. It's what they're attached to.
exactly.
Polyglass.
That is for sure. There you go. There you go.
And but we continuing our forward progress into these various and sundry new markets and opportunities. And
Well, it sounds like you're on the right road, John.
we all look for the same thing.
Yep, that's
and
it.
as a result, by everything being done correctly, we have an extremely well-satisfied customer base.
There you go. Well, hey, John, we're coming up to the end of the show here, so I hate to cut you off there and let you go, but we got a few more things that we got to talk about in the next couple segments, so I appreciate you joining us today, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Well, Bodie, thank you to you, and as well as our listeners today, and we'll look forward to, from a personal standpoint, perhaps to see you at SEMA.
There you go.
On the next occasion.
Definitely. You got it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You got it. That's John Kelsey. Check them out at kelseytire.com. We got another break. You're listening to CRN Digital Talk Radio. Welcome back to In the Garage, final segment. I didn't realize it was final segment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Boy, I don't even know how to put all this into words in the next, 4 minutes here with all the stuff we had to talk about. This sounds pretty cool. The Hot Rod Top Speed Challenge is coming to the Ohio Mile, May 2nd, 3rd, 2015. For 10 years, Hot Rod and the East Coast Timing Association have joined forces to put on one of the most unique events in the world of land speed racing. It even says racing.
Yep.
No G at the end there. I like that.
Going
Racing.
so fast that they passed the G.
Yeah. I like that. We got all kinds of analogies going on here at this show. Catchphrases, analogies. We got them going on. I guess they've been doing them in North Carolina, and now they're doing it in Wilmington, Ohio. Some of the most unique and high-velocity street machines on the planet. Slug it out each May to determine who has the power and skill to earn Hot Rod Top Speed Challenge jacket. So you win a jacket. Going over 200 miles an hour and spending countless amount of dollars trying to be there.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure that's a cool deal, you know. I don't really care about the jacket. I would just like to go over 200 miles an hour in my Hot Rod.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, I keep the jacket.
Right?
I did what I came here to do. The rules are pretty simple. You need to have the required safety gear for the speeds you intend to run, and the majority of that information is on the ECTA website at the link below. I don't see no link below.
Yeah, so go ahead and click on that link.
Yeah, click on that link, and no, I think we'll put it up there for you.
Yeah. Google it.
Yeah. Well, I just don't have it here, so. The basics. If you plan on running in the front of the pack, you better have something capable of breaking 200-mile-an-hour mark in the mile. And that's pretty gnarly in a mile to break 200 miles.
Mile,
in a standing mile, that's pretty wild. I like that. And that means big power. Last year, there was a wild finish with two competitors making back-to-back 200-mile-per-hour runs for an hour straight until the final bell was rung.
That's so cool.
That's pretty cool. I like that. But don't get freaked out or intimidated. Lots of people show up to run for fun. in the time-only classes, and you can go up to 135 miles per hour. And with nothing but factory belts and approved helmet. So there you go. That's more my speed.
It's more my price range.
It's more my. That's what I was actually saying. It's not more my speed. I'd like to go 200 miles an hour, but I can't afford to get there. Mm-hmm. Right? How about you? How about we put your Honda in it? Hey. Oh, man. Jeez, though. All right. Well, it sounds like we're coming up on the end of the show. You got anything to say, Nikki? Sorry. You've been just sitting there quiet the whole time. I'm going to shut up so I can get my quiet time. You go ahead.
Well, next week we got a lot to talk about. I'm definitely going to watch that Furious 7 movie, and I will let you know how it is. I will cry. I will laugh. I will smile. I will do everything I got to do to bring you guys a good story. So
cool.
Be prepared
Looking
for that.
Looking forward to it. Yep.
And yeah, make sure you listen to us every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on crntalk.com. Watch us live from BS Industries on tplive.com. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
See ya.
See you next week, because you're always welcome in the garage with Bodie Stroud. Presented by Steel Rubber Products. www.steelrubber.com on CRN Digital Talk Radio. www.crntalk.com.